The following podcast contains mature language and adult discussion.
Kev, I was getting ready a little late today, a little later than I usually do, and I get out of the shower about like 6:20, and I'm getting ready to come down and do the show, and I put cologne on, and I'm sure, first of all, you should be honored, and
I am.
I don't know if any of that's coming through. Kind of absentmindedly, but maybe that means something. Maybe it speaks to, how much I still want to impress.
Well, in the same vein, I didn't work out today, and I had the hurricane shutter people kind of cold call me at about 8:30 to repair a motor and some other things in my house. So I've been up since 8:30, and not only have I not showered, I don't have underwear on. So
Good for you, though. Good for you. It's a symbol of freedom. That's freedom. That's what all these people looking to make $1 million out there, all they want to do is get up when they want, shower if they feel like it, and put on underwear if they must.
I had to get up. For some reason, I left my my phone on vibrate, and it sits on top of T's PlayStation 5. So when it vibrates, it's on
It's
top
that hollow plastic sound.
So I'm just like, oh God, well, I can't believe I left my. Then I'm immediately like, fuck, like nobody that knows me would never call me this early. Because I can tell, my body can tell that, I've been asleep maybe 5 hours. And I get up and I look at the thing, I says 8:32, and they're like, hey, we're finishing the job. Are you going to be up? And I'm like, oh. But it's the hurricane shutter that we closed the most. It's the one by the pool that we let the dog in and out of. And it got jammed the other day, and they came and did some work at it. I said, but we got to replace the motor. So I'm like, man, fuck. Like, be an adult, get the fuck up. And once I got up, then I ate. Then once I eat, I got to have my coffee. And now it's like, okay, I'm fucked. So,
yeah, you're not going back. You can't.
No,
that's
you can't.
Not how that works.
Not at
So
our
now
age.
you leaving your fucking phone on. You and I used to send each other shit all hours of the day and night.
Right.
And knowing that we would just see it whenever we got up or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't know why I left it on last night.
Okay, so you're not doing that anymore because you took issue with me for sending a text before 9 recently. I'm like, oh shit, maybe I thought something was going on in the family and you needed your phone on. So I've not sent things if I find it.
No, if you
early.
I would never. I guess this was just like divine intervention today because so on top of all that, all day yesterday because I watched football from the minute I got up until the minute I went to bed. I can't say that. I got up and I went to the gym, then I started watching football. So I came back, it was like halftime of the first game. And so yesterday was absolutely Sunday all day long. It was absolutely Sunday. So today was like, fuck, it's Monday. It's like, it's a new week. I'll get up. So I'm thinking in my mind, it's Monday. I was like, I'll get up and do this. And then she says, you're going to do your show tonight, right? And I said, yeah. oh, fuck, it is Friday.
Yeah,
I went,
it's all
oh.
fucked up. These holidays fucking us up.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
In our age, is New Year's really a fucking holiday? To me,
So
it's
glad you
Wednesday,
said this.
Thursday.
So glad you said this. No, Kev, and there's no religious connotation to it,
None.
right? Nobody's got to take off for their
No.
God. I went into Manhattan yesterday. I drive in Manhattan. I prefer not to. So the sun was out. It was a balmy 22 degrees. So I said to my wife, not fucking drive, put on your heavy coats. We're getting on the ferry. So I drive, park it, take the ferry over, do our stuff, coming home around 10 o'clock at night, jump in an Uber, drives us to the ferry station, where Kevin, I walk up to locked doors. Thought New York was the city. You know what? New York's the city that never sleeps. I'll tell you when it sleeps. Apparently 10 o'clock on New Year's. I said, New Year's? Forget about work. Everybody's fucking coming over. The fucking tree is still up, and Radio City, I'm probably still kicking at Radio City. 10 o'clock, I'm standing in front of a locked door. I couldn't fucking believe it. So to your point, and there was a little bit of me doing this on the ride home, as you might imagine. So who closes in New York City ever?
I don't get it. I saw so many posts from people that it was like this, like, oh, I didn't drink last night. Who else out there stayed sober and got to the gym today? Like they fucking scaled Everest. I'm like,
right.
First
of all, you know, there's a few holidays. You don't drink now, but you know there's a few where it's just amateur hour. You have more street creds if you're not drinking on certain days.
Do you know what my favorite American drinking holiday is? Cinco de Mayo. Mexican Independence Day. Let's just pick something just out of nowhere that's usually on a Wednesday and just get hammered.
Go to your local restaurant, right? You get some exotic tequilas.
Drink margaritas and just, you know.
You're right. It's just
St. Patty's Day.
Oh, the worst.
I mean, people like, you're not wearing green? I'm like, why would I wear green? It's same. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I don't look at a calendar when I get up in the morning.
And the thing about that is why that is more indictable than even New Year's. New Year's is a thing, okay? It's not religious, but it is a thing. People make some resolutions. It is the start of a new calendar year, so we are, as a planet, a year older. Every day we're kind of a year older, but we can argue that later. But it's a thing. There's something to it. There's
only because in actuality now on Monday when we write checks, we got to put 26.
Correct. But
That's
it's something.
Yeah.
What is St. Patrick's Day?
Nothing.
Why does anyone raise a glass to anything on St. Patrick's Day? It is an excuse for us to act like ruddy, red-faced Irish shanty garbage.
That was racial. My wife's Irish.
My name's Sean. I'm Irish, and me too. But I don't have to carry on in the streets like on St. Patrick's Day.
You should have yourself a fucking pint of Guinness, lad.
Did have a pint of Guinness recently, and I hadn't in a long time. It's a special thing.
You know what? I've never had a pint of Guinness in the States that was worth a fuck. I had one. The guy was actually tapping the fucking keg. Scott and I were in Dublin. The guy was tapping the keg of Guinness. And this is when they first started the Guinness Ice. It was called Guinness Ice.
God, I don't even remember that.
Oh,
what
dude.
was the deal with it?
It tasted. because it was, you couldn't have got a fresher unless you were at the actual the gimmick, the Guinness brewery.
Mm-hmm.
And it was I'll have a Guinness here and there. Scott and I had like 8. Well, we sat there and we drank them like we were drinking like Michelob Ultras. But
just they're so filling though. I can't. How did you even walk after that? Not from the alcohol. I just mean from the how many calories is one fucking Guinness?
I don't think they're that bad. I don't think they're that heavy.
Why am I under the impression this is a very heavy drink?
No, I think it's just because it's so anything you can't see through.
All right, 210.
210.
It's probably not very far from a regular beer.
What does a Budweiser have in calories?
Yeah, 146. All right.
60 calories.
Not as bad as I thought.
Yeah. No, I think because it also it has to sit. There's a process.
Temperature's important too. You can't just chill it like the regular nice cold foamy beer. There's a very specific.
That was the thing with that Guinness
Ice.
No, the Guinness Ice was like drinking a tapped beer.
Right. See,
it was cold.
Not the point of the Guinness.
I know, but you can pound them that way.
Right. Yes, if that's what you.
I mean, nobody pounds a fucking ladle of gravy.
I do remember there was when they used to get funky with the beers. I feel like that was a phase like in the 90s. I don't think that shit is. They take beer much more seriously now with small craft houses and IPAs and all that stuff. But there was a time where they would just gimmick the beer. Who knows what the fuck, if anything was even done with it. But boy, did I want to have a Bud Dry because I just saw that commercial.
Right. So I just saw a thing on either the internet or Google or somewhere where Sam Adams has got a beer coming out that's 30% alcohol.
It's called whiskey.
It is. I mean, but it's a beer that's served at room temperature, and you cork it and uncork it. But it's a beer.
I don't think that would be. The whole point of beers, it's a somewhat refreshing drink.
But
right?
it said what it kind of gave the complexities of what it tasted like, and I thought, all right, it's got some some shit that I can.
And it's a malt. It's a malt liquor.
It's a beer. It's a Sam Adams beer.
Yeah, but so derived from the malt liquor. No,
yeah,
it's not.
Malt.
There's no like vodka being put in or anything like that.
Is that
there it is, by the way. It's called. What is it? It's a 30% ABV beer. Is it called Utopias?
$240 a bottle.
Utopias.
It's illegal. Why would it be illegal in 15 states? It's got like the same alcohol content as like fucking Medora or the fucking Amaretto or one of those. Isn't like Amaretto 30% alcohol?
Probably.
Like liqueurs?
I don't know.
Like
maybe because of the processing of it, maybe.
Well, a lot of states' liquor laws are separate from beer laws. So, like Pennsylvania, where I'm from, a lot of the liquor laws are left over from when they repealed Prohibition. So, if you're a beer, you're regulated different than if you're liquor. So, if you're at 30% ABV, you can't legally be a beer in some states.
All right, that makes sense. I'm in Florida, so I mean, there's no fucking.
Oh, anything goes.
We have Florida, man. I think you're not allowed to drink. You're not allowed to drink 30% beer out of the crack of another guy's ass. I think that's
Get ready to see those bottles showing up during Jeep Week, laying around all the
not
streets.
at to fucking $2.40 a bottle. They won't.
That's true.
God, I wonder
The
what
whole
I wonder what
motorcycle
I wonder what the Michigan deposit on those is. You know, Michigan was one of the first. I remember, like, when we were sophomores, we would go after a high school football game, we would go and pick up the empties.
Get $5 5 cents.
5 cents. Fuck,
yeah.
man, that's you could get 30. You could get enough to get your 12-pack. You know,
Peels or what was the Schlitz?
Well, I remember
what was the high school beer, Kev, up there?
Like, we had a lot of Canadian beers. Like Carling Black Label was a huge beer in Michigan. Stroh's was brewed in Detroit. Altus was one of the beers. That was a white can with a red Altus thing on it. Let me think.
What about Rheingold? Remember Rheingold?
We didn't have that.
No, okay.
Let me think. But Black Label, I think I remember when Miller came out with just the clear glass bottles.
Yeah. Black
Miller
Label,
High Life,
right? Or was it
Miller High Life?
Miller High Life was the Black Label.
It was that was the champagne of beers.
What was the white can with the red and gold circles around it?
Because
that might have been Schlitz.
Schlitz had was a white can with the Schlitz was kind of like a shield.
Script. It was a script font, right?
Yeah.
Red. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
All right.
Schlitz malt liquor was the bull.
In the commercials.
Yeah, well, I mean, we should drink that. Back when so we didn't have make 40 ounces. We just had quarts back in the day. We had 32-ounce quarts.
We used to have to pay one of the Cuban drunks stumbling into the liquor store to get us.
We should just call it find a buyer. We paid. I mean, if it. Shit, I can't even think of what a 12-pack was back then. But say a 12-pack was $7.99, and we'd give a guy $15 to get us a 12-pack, and the guy would always he'd get his beer, and then he'd come out with fucking Goebel or some shit, like the worst 12-pack possible for us, and we didn't give a fuck as long as it was cold. So, and we he'd walk around the side, and he'd drop it off to the kids on their bikes at the 7-Eleven. So,
Kev, another thing that New Year's always means for us is Pornhub's data gets compiled, and
Pornhub doesn't even exist in Florida, so
it's really funny now when you'll see it in a couple of minutes when we bring up the map. If you remember last year, there was a U.S. map, and on each state it was like the most searched term, right?
Right.
I want you to see how much of this map is grayed out now because of the age verification. Look at that map this year.
Death to porn.
Only the states having fun are on there.
This is what MAGA has done to our country.
That's it. And based on that very grid right there, this is the separation we want when they secede from the Union. I want it to be the gray states versus the colored states, like Pennsylvania, the hard search for puffy nipples. We'll get there. But so let me just give you some of the beyond the health.
I just saw Wisconsin was sloppy.
Yep, sloppy. So those are terms. That's up. Let's do it. Those are terms searched against other terms in other states were most prevalent for that state. So, for example, what do we got? Wisconsin anal beads. More searched than any other state. Not the most searched term, but more than any other state, anal beads would have been searched in Wisconsin. So there were some, of course, that weren't surprising. Louisiana with thick.
I know I don't want to ever reside in Oregon.
Just based on horny grandma.
Yeah,
being
that's
the search term.
But you know what happens is, I remember when I did have access to porn in Florida, like the first thing that I would type would always be mature. Because
So
I used to I would put MILF, because you never want like any child pornography to be coming your way.
Of course.
So I would always put MILF. But then you realize that moms that I'd like to fuck could be a 16-year-old mom. And you all of a sudden you go, whoa, wait a minute. Let's go to mature.
Kev, if you were in New Hampshire, you might have typed slutty MILF. I don't know if you're catching that there. Again, Granny. Maine, also Granny. Maine and Oregon.
I thought for sure that New York would be socialist Muslim.
No, he was busy repealing. What did he do today? I saw he undid the law that extended the definition of anti-Semitism. Yes, that was day one in office.
What did he do?
Day two, as it were. I'll read the exact headline from CNN here. You hear everybody, oh, that's CNN, it's not true. Well, okay, so Momdanhi revokes executive orders that expanded definition of anti-Semitism and barred city employees from boycotting Israel. Tough for me to read on this screen, but New York City Mayor Zohran Momdanhi used his executive powers to revoke a handful of orders put in place by his predecessor after the former mayor was federally indicted, including a directive that expanded the definition of anti-Semitism and another that barred city employees and agencies from boycotting or divesting from Israel. Signed the orders on Thursday, just hours after his inaugural ceremony. So that was yesterday, I guess.
Boy, the big thing yesterday was that he took the oath on the Quran. That was the big news yesterday. And I saw a guy on X that says, well, I'm an atheist. If I was sworn in, I'd just do it on a Spider-Man comic. Like,
I guess now you.
But I didn't realize that it mattered what religion you were.
I guess it has to coincide. That's an interesting question. I don't know. I didn't even know what happened.
I mean,
so
because isn't the term "so help you God" or what? Like,
right?
They have God, and like the Muslims have God, Christians have God. I mean,
why do we need the fucking book? I mean, this sounds like a George Carlin routine, but it's more official.
Yeah, because you know what?
The fucking book
if you put your hand on it and you raise your hand, you can't lie.
No. There's
nobody has ever
lied under oath.
So help them God not lied. So
whatever book you throw under someone's hand, just
catching a rye.
So top category in the country, lesbian. And lesbian MILF was up 129%. Lesbian scissoring up 79%. And a lesbian strap-on up 62%. Second most viewed category of the year, transgender. With the search terms trans threesome growing by 67%. This one was fascinating to me, Kev. Occupational role play searches So like people want like angry principal and spitball throwing student, whatever, role play.
Well endowed ICE agent.
Right. So what shows up? Driver is up 144%. It was the largest.
Not mini driver, just a
not
driver.
mini driver, just like
Just
like
a driver.
Yeah. Second to that, plumber. Little plumber role play action going on.
So they in the old days it was always just the pizza delivery guy, but now it's.
That's a tired old trope, brother.
I know. I mean, it was the go-to for years.
Chef. I hope it wasn't because ingredients were being mixed. Chef. And then professor was up 33%, like I said before. Occupational.
I would think office sex has been like.
That was so for locations.
Right.
That shows up there. Store was first up 136%. Office 62%. Restaurant up 55%, and then hospital up 18%. So if you want to do some like incapacitated action.
So I go back to what I said earlier. See, that you go down to the second category. It's just not MILFs. It's maturing MILFs.
Yeah, see, so more people than
See
just
that?
you.
Maturing.
Yes.
So they're definitely trying to stay away from the 5.2 million pages yet to be unreleased of the Epstein files.
It's going to knock this off its axis once that shit comes out.
Oh, my God.
This is a fine time to remind everyone that Blue Chew is our oldest and most steadfast sponsor. Speaking
of porn.
Yeah, and it's time to level up here because the drop of Blue Chew Gold has become the next level championship belt, gold-plated champion here. Blue Chew Gold, the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. This is not your grandpa's little blue pill anymore. This is the 4-in-1 beast that you can pop in your mouth. The gold standard for performance. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep the rocket pumping, mixed with apomorphine and oxytocin to turn up the arousal and connection to the brain. That's right, my friend. Dissolves under the tongue now, Kev. Works in as little as 15 minutes. You can get in quicker and stay in the game longer. This is elevation without hesitation. Sound like Wolf Clyde Frazier calling a Knicks game in 1984.
Does the girl in the ad stop by, or
she delivers it? So
nice.
Everyone, if you'd like to meet her,
I'm in.
Order your Blue Chew Gold right now, and the process is what is gold about. Blue Chew, of course, all done online. You can go to BlueChew.com, put your information in, and consult. And in days, your prescription has arrived in your mailbox. It's entirely online. You don't have to go fuck around at the
They went backwards
anymore.
on us. They went with the platinum first, then they went black, and now they're at gold. So
down to gold. Yeah, this isn't the Amex card, Kevin.
No, this is the opposite way. So you got to know your game.
We have a very special deal as always. 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with the code NASH. That's promo code NASH. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for staying on board with us.
I've got to fly overseas. I've got like a couple of one-man. I got 3 one-man shows, and then I'm doing a signing in Manchester. So I might go ahead and take a Blue Chew Gold and have a solo Mile High experience. Let's go ahead and fucking rub one off in the fucking middle square bathroom.
Aim for the bulkhead. What do you do? So what's this one-man show? What, are you doing a little comedy? What is this?
You know, a little whatever.
An interview, a live interview type thing?
But whatever moves me.
Okay.
We'll talk about the Brett Pat Patterson.
Oh, yeah. Still in the news?
No, I mean, it was Vince and Sean, so I figured I'd throw Brett and Pat into the mix, you know, keep it going.
Here's the world categories. I'm still on the Pornhub data. Here's the globe, Kevin, and here are the most searched terms by country.
Go to Japan.
Japan, I see right now. So, Japan and Italy. The biggest fucking, first of all, the Italians. I'm going to insult every culture that I touched. We did the Irish before here. The Italians are unbelievable. There's MILF, lesbian, right? You're looking all around. Italy is red. The only red country, because if you scroll down to the legend, Steve, what do they search for their porn? Italian. Wildly in love with themselves. I do believe Japan might have searched Japanese. That looks like it's orange, right? Go to Japan over there, Steve. I think if you zoom in to Japan, I think the Japanese have searched for right out there in the island there.
No, they're up on top of China there, but Siberia. They're feeling Japanese. I really think so.
And transgender for Russia.
What?
The most searched term. And no real shocks anywhere else, but I thought all the Russians searching for their. I wonder what Putin's done to limit the. The Brazilians are searching for themselves too.
But that could just be a fucking hairless.
That's true too, right? The little wax jam
just
there.
A little wax.
I wonder if Putin's put in any age verification. If him and Trump talked about this when they get together for their summits, if that's covered at all.
This has been the longest 24 fucking hours of my life. This peace deal with the Ukraine.
Oh, I thought because you got up at 8, maybe.
No, I'm just saying that when he was elected, he said
it was going to be done in a day. Yeah,
it was done in a day. It almost
just feels like it's longer. It's still inauguration day, Kevin.
Seems like a year.
Yeah, no, it's still January. How about by age here, Kevin? How about relative searches by age? And this was eye-opening last year, and God help our youth. So the Gen Z, which would be 18 to 24, their top searches: party, feet, POV, virtual reality, vertical video. I remember this from last year. It's the only age group that needed to specify the orientation of the camera for the scene.
Yeah, but that's just that's the technology. I mean, I get the POV. I get it.
The POV is fine, but vertical video, virtual reality, romantic, cosplay, and hentai. That's Gen Z's searches, 18 to 24 years old. Let's skip ahead to our bracket here, Kev. What are you in, the boomer bracket?
I'm a boomer.
Go down to Kev's boomer bracket. It's the orange one at the bottom there. Okay, so all very normal. Kev, brunette, babe. Maybe they meant the pig. Casting, mature, interracial, threesome, massage, and cuckold. Just below you, the Gen Xers, my generation, Kev, slightly wilder when you look at the top category. The top two, we got fisting and bukkake kicking us off here.
Yeah, well, that's you guys are. It's a whole different double penetration, bisexual male. I mean, you got to.
We're searching, man.
Yeah,
we're trying to figure it out.
That's a different. It's a whole. But on top of that, the boomers. You're 66 years old. I mean,
you should be searching for mature.
Yeah, a 45-year-old woman's young. That's like
Right.
a child. People don't understand that. Like, there's a girl in our gym that she's 4 years old. And the guy says, "What do you think of her?" I said, "Like, it's kind of young, you know." And he goes, "Dude, she's 40." I said, "She's 26 years younger than me." Like, what? I think she's going to sit around and listen to Grand Funk Railroad with me.
I think it's a natural thing that well, I shouldn't generalize. I don't know. Your like attraction target kind of ages with you, right? Like, isn't that no? I know Al Pacino's married to a 30-year-old or something like that. There's 50 years between them. So I think he just wants to populate the planet, though. So
I think that as you get older, too, it's just like, I don't know, it's the just guttural sex just doesn't really, it just doesn't kind of hit it, you know.
Is there like situational reasons why someone who's 66 would be looking for other 50 or 60, like if the 40-year-old chick pops up on the porn, you're like, oh, too demanding, too much of a headache. She's probably going to be in it for the money. Like, does that come in? Is there situational casting happening, or is it just a visceral attraction?
I'll see things on Instagram, and there'll be like an attractive woman, because they're definitely not a girl. So it's definitely a woman, and she's like, "I'm 45 years old. I have one kid, single, you know, da 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 da," and I'm thinking like, okay, like your husband went younger, you know. Like you're still hot, you got shit on. Like, I don't want that.
Right.
You know?
Right. Kev, traffic by operating system. This was eye-opening to me. You degenerate pervert. Steve, bring up the graph. This is going to be shocking to you. Not that one. The one before. I think it was before. But by operating system. It's a pie chart. There it is. 67% Android to 33% Apple. Is it just that maybe?
I think Bitcoin had a really bad year, and it just nobody wants to fucking think about sex when they're on their Apples. So they're in that whole crypto fucking funk right now.
The crypto bubble.
Yeah.
All right. Some feedback from last week's show. Kev, Sandman EVZ was watching or listening, and he said, I don't think it's a CM Punk out of shape thing. I think it's more of a push merch thing.
No, I disagree with you, because before I even made a comment, I looked at the T-shirt, and the T-shirt that Phil had on was $16.99. It was a clearance T-shirt. I think
They
it
just
was
wanted to empty the vault, maybe.
No, it's that shirt where fucking you ask for a shirt, and the merchandise gives you the fucking, didn't give you the one that's selling fucking for $35 up in the tier 3. It gives you the $16.99 bargain basement. I already looked at that before I fucking even made a comment.
Did you really?
Yes.
I was going along with this like it was a joke.
No,
Hilarious.
if you look at the T-shirt that he has on, it was that black T-shirt. It's that one right there. It's in the middle, next to that hat. How much is that one for sale for? Let me see that T-shirt.
$34.99.
That's the shirt he had on, but I saw it for $16.99 when I looked it up.
Now the shirt you're referring to is when for one of the pay-per-views.
When he first came back.
Okay, when he first comes back.
When he first comes back from, I don't know how many, he's been back a couple of years now.
I saw a house show clip, Kevin. I know this is news to you. Where he's wearing the T-shirt. And he takes it off. He has a T-shirt underneath. Is this an acknowledgement?
Wouldn't it be easier just to go to the gym?
That he listens to Nash's podcast?
You know what? This is the thing that kills me. When he was, I don't know how fucking, so when did I come back? When did we have our fucking thing? Steve, was it 14? 2014? Me and Punk were supposed to wrestle. We never wrestled.
Oh, God, yeah, probably. 14? This when you shaved your head? Is this when you get the tight haircut?
Was it 2012? All right, so that's fucking 50, it's 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So 15 years ago. No, I think it was 14.
I think, isn't this what we talked about the other day when you were talking about the haircut? Is that when you cut your hair?
That's, yeah, no, 14, no, yeah, 14 was God, right.
We pegged that around 2015.
Yeah, it was 14, I think, was Royal Rumble.
14. Okay. Anyway.
So this is, okay, so this is 11. So anyway, I'm 50-something years old when I come back. And he gives me the whole bullshit about LOL, thought you were dead and all that shit. And I'm not allowed to comment back because I've been told by Vince that I'm not allowed to cut a promo. And here he is. How old is Phil now? 48?
47, I think.
All right. He's already fallen victim to the indie T-shirt, so.
The 1BG. How should bookers and performers handle when their vision clashes with fan reactions? Are fans always right, or does drawing money matter? Examples like Cena tapping to Gunther, Logan Paul's push, or heel Becky show splits between fans, vets, and creatives. So how do you know whether you're right or wrong?
It was always asses in the seats. Yeah,
so that was it. So the draw, even if
it was always revenue, if it draws.
Could you have
the thing that's so hard now is we're in an era, and it started with Raw, and started with Nitro, when there was no longer the marquee didn't say who was wrestling, the marquee just sold the show. Mm-hmm. Raw's coming to town or Nitro's coming to town. So now Raw's just coming to town. So, but the house shows, when they just don't those are always determined on who was going to be on the house show. And I guess they just did some live events because obviously the clip of Phil doing the T-shirt gimmick was from Fort Myers. So,
gotcha. Charles X8. I appreciate the podcast. Kevin Nash did a cool thing in Memphis in May 1998 at a house show, which was the historic first meeting of Sting versus Bret. He was injured, but did mic work before the supposed match with Big Show. and he brung Lex out, and everybody goes crazy, and Lex gets the Duke. And Sting beats Brett, and Nash and Lex come out, and Sting took the Wolfpack shirt, and looking back, everybody was pretty much 8,000 people happy, and that's a cool night of pro wrestling. You recall this house show?
Fuck no.
No. All right, so if you're going to call an audible, I don't know, is it an audible or is it something that you guys talk about?
I don't remember it. I don't know.
But you would have to get together with Sting and with whoever before that in-ring meeting happens after the match and work that out.
But we wouldn't have done it ahead of TV.
Well,
we wouldn't have thrown a T-shirt, and we wouldn't have. Sting wouldn't have turned Wolfpack for Memphis only.
Right, but all he says is took the Wolfpack shirt. So I don't know if he just kind of held it there. I don't know. I don't know how he played it, but there's got to be some fan video.
I didn't pick the question.
Yeah, no, I did. I thought you would know the answer.
Well,
Trailer Park Cinderella.
The verbiage alone, I couldn't understand half of it.
It was a tough read. You
hit me with fucking Catcher the Rye English there.
Trailer Park Cinderella, Sean proving he doesn't know ball yet again. These are the best NFL seasons. Anybody can win it. Well, I see your point, but I tend to bet on football, and that's not what I want.
No, God. I watched the other day they had a round table. They were talking about the playoffs, and like it was on ESPN. I forget who the host of the show was, but it was like 11 o'clock, and they were each kind of picking who they thought, and then they basically got all the way around. I think it was 4 or 5 of them. They got to the end of the last guy to speak basically said, we can all agree on one thing. Every team that's in the playoffs is missing a major component. And they all agreed. And I said to myself, like, yeah, because there's nothing like fucking having the Rams do a job for the Cleveland Browns.
Exactly.
You know? Like, fuck, man. Like,
proves that I don't know fucking football.
It tells me I don't want to fucking bet football.
Yes.
Anybody that watched the Ole Miss game last night against Georgia, if that fucking cracker fucking referee looked like he got off the Georgia bus, who didn't call the face mask, it was just like, Jesus. The last second of that game fucking was like an hour long. It was unbelievable. They tried everything they could to homer fucking Ole Miss not to fucking win. And it was just like, sorry, motherfuckers.
You think there's any shenanigans still in pro sports, like point shaving?
Oh,
and
fuck. I think
what was
NFL,
that NBA referee? Doherty?
Yeah, I think
whatever.
I think the NFL's a work.
Tim Donaghy. Okay.
There's so many fucking times when you watch a guy's got a clear shot to the quarterback and he just doesn't take the shot. It's like, I don't know, man. I know one thing. Well, I have not bet this year.
Yeah, no, I've been betting. I had a shitty week last week.
I don't bet. I don't bet on anything. No reason to. No, to me, it's just like,
Bronx PC. I'm sorry.
Once the NBA fucking scandal came out, I'm just like, I'm fucking not betting shit, man.
Right. Yeah.
On top of that, like, you go to an arena and you go up and fucking get something to eat, or and the thing now is like you go to the Kia Center in Orlando, and there's like an area that you pay like money to get into that's got like food and shit like you could buy a $50 seat and then go hobnobbing in like the nice area and sit down and look over and fucking watch the game and monitors it. But there's like fucking betting shit all over the place. Everybody's got 40 and it's not that like that here. Only thing we've got is that Seminole Hard Rock. Like we don't have like DraftKings and all that. Like we don't have that shit down here.
Didn't they just ease the betting app laws in Florida? I thought something happened.
I don't bet, so I wouldn't know. But
yeah, I feel like
when we were doing the thing before, I always had to fucking call out to Vegas.
Call your guy, yeah. I don't know, Steve. Look into that. I feel like Kev, you can start downloading the apps again if you so desire.
I don't have not. I've got. It's like Pornhub. You know what? Take Pornhub away from me for a year. Take fucking betting away from me. Take all that shit away. Take every vice I have. I no longer drink. It's just like
you start getting up at 8 o'clock and having productive days.
I don't know about
what's going to happen.
Oh, but
Bronx PC Tech says
there ain't shit on TV at 8 o'clock.
There isn't. Currently listening to the Patreon edition of the Kliq This podcast, and it's great to turn on our wrestling podcast and hear great talk on AI, news, and politics. People complain they don't talk enough wrestling. Screw that. Don't change. We won't, Bronx.
We're gonna talk wrestling though here in a minute.
We are gonna. Adam Cross also said, you guys considered expanding to more shows. Steve, Dom, and Wes are great, and I think there could be some good content outside the weekly show. Not taking into account your guys' schedules, but I think there'd be an appetite for more content. Never say never.
It takes me everything I can to do one.
Right. Well, maybe each you mentioned the rest of the crew. Maybe we'll do fake Diesel. We do one show with you, and then Wes dyes the beard white. If you'd like, also,
where's Wes's tonight? I haven't seen what
I think they're doing.
He's on a dinner
marathon.
date with the wife.
Oh, with the wife.
Yeah, I think he sent a group text, but it was only to me and Steve. I think he thought it was for the whole group because he said he was wearing 2 shirts to it.
Sweet. Well, as long as he's there and fucking in heart.
One of them was on clearance, though. I don't give them.
They both were clearance.
Props for that. KliqThisTV.com is where you sign up to become part of the 11 Soft Club and join everybody here in the room and get your shows early, like Bronx PC Tech was talking about. And don't forget, KliqThisShop.com is where you get the T-shirts. All right, Kev, I watched Raw.
Before we go into Raw, I was praying that you're going to have on the Purple Planet Fitness fucking New Year's Eve top hat today when we came on live.
Oh, the very large hats that I saw everyone wearing.
Yeah, I was hoping, but okay.
I would have. It seems to be very important to a large swath of the population what I'm wearing every week.
Yeah. So I was praying.
Nobody knows me. Nobody commenting what I wear. Nobody knows me.
Oh, I just got your shirt.
Oh, the Stay Gold from the Outsiders. Yes.
How was that?
So you said you were a fan of the movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. It works. It does work as a musical. It does work as a play. So that's the first hurdle. When you adapt a movie that's not a musical and make it a Broadway show, first thing is, can this be a Broadway show? And it can. Actually, because thematically, it's almost identical to West Side Story when you think about it, right? With sharks and jets, you got the Socs and the greasers, and the girl's caught in the middle. She's from the other side of the track. She's a Soc girl. And so that works. Some impressive stage. So that's the other thing too. Why am I watching this on stage? So there are a couple of like tentpole moments on stage. Some impressive, I don't want to call it effects, but moments on stage. For the outsiders, it was the rumble scene that happens in the rain. So it does rain on stage. There's 2 cars on the stage, and they do very stylistically choreograph the fighting. Some of these kids, in addition to being singers and whatnot, must have had some stunt training based on some of what was going on throughout, because there's a few fight scenes throughout the play. The music. A handful of songs were memorable and could have worked as songs outside the context of the show. Most of them I found forgettable, and Nicole was critical that the lyrics were a little dead on, like just very specific and explicit to what's happening, and kind of no art to it. I find that's true of a lot of musical theater, a little too on the nose. Here's a perfect example for you, Kevin. There's a scene in, when Ponyboy and Johnny they have to go to the abandoned church to get away after they kill the guy. So they're sitting up on a perch, and they do build like the church thing, and they are sitting on a perch up kind of high. The staging was great and all that. So they're sitting there, and they decide they have to cut their hair before they peroxide it. And Johnny takes out the knife. He says, "We could use this to cut our hair." And Ponyboy says, "There's blood on it, man." And they wipe it. Wouldn't it have been great if he pulls out the knife, clicks it open, they go to cut the hair, and they both just look down at it. And in shame, they wipe the Soch's blood off it without saying a fucking word. And then their demeanor just kind of changes a little bit again as they're reminded. But we have to hear, "There's blood on it, man." And that's true of a lot of mainstream art in TV. Do we have to say, "Hey, there's blood over there, detective"? Can we just see them look, see the blood? No, it has to be driven up people's asses with a burning stake.
I think that's because people are so fucking stupid.
That's one way to put it, I guess.
It is, though. People are so fucking stupid. It's just like, because what will happen is they'll be like, "I didn't get that part when they put out the knife, and then all of a sudden, man, they just got real quiet."
I know, but fuck them then. They shouldn't be in the. They shouldn't have spent that money on a theater ticket.
I know. I'm just saying. It's like you have to.
You have to pander. You have to pander.
You gotta dumb down every fucking thing.
I have a very good friend who is one of the producers on a very big, popular network procedural cop and science of cop show. And when I was writing something which an original iteration of Monkey 6 years ago was going to be a TV series first, when we were first optioned for that. And I was writing the script, and I sent it to him just to look over, and because he's in the writing rooms of the network and everything. And he said to me, I just used the blood example, but that was his. He said, "We have to put in the script, 'There's blood, detective.'" He goes, "We don't need it, and everyone in the room knows it shouldn't be there, but we have to say it." So I wasn't saying it enough, apparently, was the helpful critique, but Kev, that's where it's at, bro.
Yeah,
for network TV, anyway.
Sometimes I watch shows, and I mean, it's, even I want to watch a film, and I'll be a half hour into it, and the dialogue will just direct me to turn the fucking thing off.
I know.
I'm just like, fucking people don't talk like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's you're trying to save somebody's niece, and they're in Venezuela, and the next thing you know, it's like it's paint by number dialogue. And I'm like, fuck, can you just shut the fuck up and just advance through the jungle?
And I know you know this, Kevin. Is there anything harder than when you're given a script, you're in it, and you have to deliver terrible dialogue believably?
that one movie that ended up not going through, and I mean, it was a good payday, but man, I've read that. I just sat there and I just said, you know what, day of, I'll until they tell me because 9 times out of 10, if it doesn't fit the way, if I find a character and that character, I don't see that character saying that, I'll say it however the fuck that character I think would say it. And if the director corrects me or says line, then I'll say, okay, fine, I'll say it the way you want it, but I'm definitely going to give you another option. Come edit day to fucking
Yeah.
to save this fucking thing.
And it doesn't. It comes down to the director, obviously, right?
Always.
They're the ones that hear what you did and went, okay, leave it.
I've been blessed to be around some really good directors that just kind of, the script is a framework.
That's bold, though. I mean, you need someone with balls who's willing to bring something
Soderbergh's
back and have a studio look at something.
Soderbergh's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking.
I was fortunate to be directed by Robert Duvall in a film called Assassination Tango that I was doing voice work for him, and he was there all day with us. And a lot of times the directors don't come in for the voice work, but he was there and he worked with us all day. And he said 100 times to different actors who have to, some people had to go up and voice something seemingly so insignificant, one line maybe. And he would say, he would give a little direction, and then he'd go, but make it your own. Make it your own. And that's because you got an actor directing, right? So he understands and he gets it.
Right.
But you don't always get that. But enough of that.
Have you
Let's talk
seen
about Raw?
Okay, did you see the clip? I think it's Duvall is at the table, and it's like 6 or 7 actors are sitting around it, and Duvall is talking about how fucking horrible Kubrick was.
Because he made them do too many takes.
100 takes.
I didn't send that. Maybe I didn't send that to you. It was funny. We both saw it.
Maybe
awe.
you did send it to me, but I was just like, wow. Could you imagine 2001 doing 100 takes of some of that shit?
Yeah. Walk across the floor very slowly again. But he has an interesting point, Duvall, because I'm a Kubrick fan, so I'm going to preface, but there are some questionable performances in those films, and I do wonder if it's just because they've been beaten. I've found that both in things I've had to direct and that I'm in, that people bell curve. You know, they may come in a little cold, but you got to know when they've hit it, because anything after that, you're not going to get it.
Well, which is the complete opposite with Eastwood. You know,
what would he do?
Fucking Eastwood would say, if somebody would say, can we do a rehearsal? And he'd be like, all right, shoot rehearsal. And they would fucking do the scene, he'd go moving, and they'd be like, whoa!
They shot the rehearsal, yeah.
They shot the rehearsal, like, done, got what I needed. Like, we're moving. And so, you know, it's I guess you want to find a sweet spot.
Yeah, you got to find. You got to know your talent. You got to know who you're
we
working with.
watched. We had a thing one day. It was. I'm trying to think of who the fuck the actor was that ended up just going off. It was. Do you remember? It was a fucking scene.
Oh, the one with Lily Tomlin when the director freaks out on her.
Yeah,
it was David. Oh, Jesus. I'm sure if Wes was here, we'd have it. David O. Russell. Thank you,
yes.
Tom. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want that either.
No, you don't want that. Raw.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you.
From Orlando.
Coming down off the last discussion a little bit here. All right, so let me say this is something I haven't said in a few weeks. I don't know if you concur because we haven't talked about Raw yet, so this is interesting. I thought this was a good outing for Raw.
That was a good show.
Because they needed to do a few things that we've been complaining about for a few weeks, and it happened. Gunther wrestled. He went over strong. as opposed to those wayward promos the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I think that was. I don't think that works if you don't have. I mean, I think fucking like Ron did a really good job of that. And Killian's man, like, he can still go.
Oh yeah, no, he was.
I mean,
he's part of it. Anyone
he's
in the ring, they're part. Their
He's
partner's
huge
part of
because he was. If you go back storyline wise, he was the one that kind of, you know, with the whole Cena. He worked with Cena. That whole thing was he got let go, and was it a work? Was it like? So that was. I thought that was a good piece of work. I thought the open was strong.
Yeah,
I like the addition of Theory to Vision. I think it's a better look with 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that I'm just going to call him Bronson Steiner. I can't Braun Breaker with whatever the fuck I can't. I've known as Bronson since he was born. So I thought his promo work was strong. I thought he really stepped up.
But he had it with Punk now, so that was
but at the same time, it's just like he was really good, and then you give the fucking mic to Phil, and it's another level.
Yeah.
And I fucking think that Phil is a better babyface promo than he is a fucking heel promo.
Because it's still the difference. Was there that big a difference to you?
You know, when he said that he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to not be the champion. He wasn't ready to say it's a great fucking, it's a great day to be alive and be in Orlando. Fucking, like that whole.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It didn't feel contrived. It felt fucking sincere. Like a lot of people try to delay. Like he's wonderful on the mic. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
So from the week before when, I did comment on the T-shirt. I thought his work looked a little slow. But we talked about the show before that. You said, do you think Braun Breaker will go over on him? I said, I don't think. I think we still, we need Punk to fucking, to fill that void for a while. And then last week I said, I don't know if he's going to work like that. Maybe we should beat him. Now he won me back this week because he was strong, but he didn't work. So
I think it was important to get Theory in a match too, right?
That was he's crisp. His work. I mean, he doesn't look like he's been fucking been off the table for. I mean, he looks like he's came from someplace. Almost like he's came from another territory. I mean, his body looks good. He
was fresh. There was a freshness to him. Hey, Kev, I stay fresh all day long because of Mando. Because let's be honest, freshness is important.
I actually went to the store today and bought Mando.
I've purchased 2 times since we got our kit, and
I do. I way more than that. I got the there's the deodorant, and there's the 72-hour body scent, the one that.
Yep.
On days like today when you don't have any underwear on, it's really good to take a nice swipe on the old ball saccarinos to make sure you don't smell like urine.
Very important. What the hell are we talking about? We're talking about 72-hour protection from Mando, created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed, mistreated. This is not just a covering up scent. This hits it at the source. It's seriously safe to use anywhere on your body, by the way. I know their tagline is whole body deodorant, but it is true. Pits, packages, balls, belly buttons, ass cracks, any stinky crevice and fold you can find, feet. MANDO will work on it. Whole body deodorant. It's powerful enough for the toughest body odor, but gentle enough to use everywhere, allowing you to put MANDO on the family jewels and not worry. It's aluminum free, it's baking soda free, cruelty free, dye free. It's vegan, for fuck's sake. Proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone, by the way. Now, MANDO's starter pack. If you're on the fence, this is perfect for new customers or to secure some last-minute stocking. Well, the stocking stuffer's out the window right now, but maybe to welcome someone to the new year with a little kit. Maybe you didn't get to see them over the holiday. Get the starter pack. Solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like a body wash, deodorant wipes, free shipping too. And as a special offer for our listeners, you're going to get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code KLIQ. Kliq. Use the code Kliq. Go to shopmando.com, shopmando.com. Please support our show. It's important. Tell them who sent you. Mando's got you covered, guys. Deodorant plus sweat control. Say goodbye to sweat stains, by the way. Hello to long-lasting freshness. Don't let the meat sweats get you in the new year here. Your family and friends will thank you. 20% off. Shopmando.com. Code Kliq. Thank you, Mando. Love your product.
Yes.
No joke. Did you say yeet? Because I was about to ask about.
We're not done. We got to talk about the women's. We have the women's championship.
Oh, yeah, the women's. I was going to mention Jay, but if you want to do the women first, you can.
Well,
do
that way,
yeah,
because we'll work towards the main event.
Okay.
I thought the women did a really good job of having a 3-way and having actual spots that involved all 3 women. Not the one down, one outside, whatever. Then, I thought fucking Nikki looked great.
Mm-hmm.
She looked amazing. I'm just just the Eagles outfit she had on, the green and silver. But I thought she worked great. Like, I think they keep beating her. Like, she needs a win.
Where does the women's 2025 was a breakout year for like Stephanie Vakir and Io Sky. Like,
Raquel?
so there were, yeah. So there were real star maker things that happened in the women's division. Obviously, they put a lot of emphasis on it, so they're paying attention to it the way they should. Who's next? Can it? Because I'm going to ask you about the men in a similar vein also. What does 2026 hold? Because the women's division got, I think, as strong as it's ever been because of their focus on making talent.
Yeah, I think there's still. I think Rhea's like really, like, her characters. They almost have to put like a governor on her. You've got to watch. You got to watch. Because if she doesn't come back and help, Sky out, then, you can't. It's all right if you beat her when she's being a babyface and protecting her little buddy, but it's like, you don't want to take too much blood out of that.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Because she gets, and that, what was that? Where were they at a couple weeks ago when we said, God, what a fucking brutal crowd it was? Were they in Tulsa?
Cool.
Wherever the fuck they were, man. Like,
because it was dead?
Yeah, they opened it was Punk, Cody, and Roman came out, and it was just the people just were like, oh, they actually popped for real, but that was it was just a horrible crowd.
Right.
I can't think of where they were. It was a couple weeks. It was like
Yeah,
not
we
last
talked
week,
about
but
it.
the week before that. And Orlando had a good crowd
Yeah.
on Monday, but yeah, I thought the girls the three-way was a good match. She's over the champs. She's definitely over.
Yeah.
Then that puts us at the main event with the Usos.
So they get the tag titles, and this is what, the 11th, I think, for Jay.
No, I think 9th, right?
Is it 9th? Okay. Well, it's not the 2nd, and it makes me wonder, after so much time was spent in the singles push, why? So is this a commentary that it didn't work, or it just works better here? Back to the tag.
I don't know. I think with I'm not saying it didn't work, because it definitely did work. It didn't work long term, probably
Long term, I mean, yeah,
as much as they wanted it to.
right.
I think maybe they're going in a different direction. But number one, like, how good? I should say not good is an under. How great has AJ been for fucking what, 25 years?
Yeah. He's the shit.
I mean, fuck, like, he's so fucking good, man. And I could have bet when that match started, and I said, Usos will go over, but they won't fucking take it on AJ.
Right. But so, like, the chant was over, but it's more than a chant, right? Like there was a question before. How do you know when something's working? Are you listening to fans? Are you looking at something else?
To me, that they're the only, like, the Usos, to me, when they're together, they have, like, kind of the only, they got a real street vibe to them. Like, they're very credible together. Like, they
Yeah.
the fact they're bros. I mean, they're brothers, but
Yeah.
I don't know. And I think it gives them both. They sometimes, man, it's just when you get over as a tag team and you split them up. Like, if you think about the WrestleMania when they both got back together again and helped Cody pull that off. Like, that was like, every time you reunite those two guys, it's magic. So sometimes it's just, it just works better when, it works better when Scott and I were together than apart.
Okay.
You
Works. Kev, I was looking at the ages of the guys at the top of the card here. Okay, you got Punk's 47, LA Knight 43, Jay is 40, Seth 39, Gunther's 38. You got to start thinking, if you're creative, running creative, you got to start thinking about tomorrow, right? And you have some time to ramp up. But those numbers,
most of
those
those guys are fucking young.
Well, Braun is 28.
But I mean, 30. Anybody.
Well, Seth at 39 is,
that's
young.
young.
Yeah, I know, but what about the injury stuff? It's the
But they're not
injured
working
at 39.
They're not working 300 days a year. Fucking
injured at 39 is different than injured at 22.
Not really.
This one kept him out for.
We didn't have peptides back in the day. We didn't have a lot of. We didn't have a lot of. Like, I look at Kevin Wilk on from we're down at Health South, the medical, the WWE medical team that does the rehab and everything else. Like, and you look at from a rehab standpoint of what they're doing with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're doing things now where they're replacing knees, and 5 hours after the person is awake, they have the ability to bend their knee like it was never. It's unbelievable.
Right.
The things are done, the surgeries are done robotically. I mean, it's everything is, and as they said, medicine, modern medicine with the advancements of AI, those things put together are they'll be. If you can probably stay alive for 10 years, you can probably stay alive for 30.
So what I'm hearing from Kevin Nash is that these numbers, 47, 43, 40, 39, are not of significance right now.
I think that Seth and I think that Phil both put in. They both worked a very high fly, aggressive indie style, and they were in the indies for a while before they got to the show. And I think that the mileage on them, is I think significant.
Right.
But it's the same token. From everything I've heard, Seth is a fucking is like a CrossFit machine. Like his ability to rehab and to so he's I don't think he's going to come back, and he'll be fine. I mean, it's 45. I think that's when if you tear something major at 45, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they're still in that, like, if Phil had a couple injuries right in a row, and I think it did slow him down. He had the tricep, he had the fucking ankle, he just had some injuries, and you're different if you get a tib fib break, and you've got a plate in your leg with 9 screws, and you put you put a wrestling boot on, you plant. There's just like I can feel the plates in my ankles. It's just it's just the injuries just mount and mount and mount and mount, and so
My wife did that platelet thing, by the way, the platelet therapy.
PRP.
Yeah. Still just did it last week, so you have to wait a few weeks to see.
What are they saying? Like what? Yeah,
So he said, so she's still just dealing with the soreness from the procedure right now, which is almost gone. And he said within a few weeks, if she's going to know that it worked, the platelet injection will have attacked. I'm going to say the wrong words here. You can correct me. Will have begun to regenerate some of what has to regenerate.
Because she has a tear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next step would be therapy. If the what did you say? TRT? What is it? PRT?
PRP. I'll
PYT,
tell you what, though. While she's we have a shockwave machine that we have at the house, and it's amazing.
What is it?
Shockwave.
Is it like
therapy?
a TENS unit?
No, it's like fucking if a TENS unit felt like a lightning bolt going through you.
So it's like
a
TENS unit on roids. It's just a jacked up electro.
But it's I think it's it's electrically based, but it's like you set the machine up, and it will say it'll give you 6,000 like jolts, and it shows you, it's all computer, and it's just like Tamara had an ankle injury, and she was going to a physical therapist, and then we got a hold of this machine, and I did her leg, I did her foot, her ankle twice, and it was like that was it. Like she didn't limp anymore. It was like
Wow.
it was unbelievable. It's usually if you go someplace that has it, it's around $300. For
Send me a link. Send me a link.
I will. I'll take a picture of the one. Just take a picture of the thing in our house.
Yeah. Let me know what to look for here. Kev, how about a little Florida man Jersey guy?
Okay.
2 headlines for anyone playing at home. One, a real headline from a Florida man. One, a real headline from a Jersey guy. First headline. Naked man robs meat market wearing nothing but a fake face mask. And man charged after allegedly posing as Homeland Security officer using his wife's marked car. Naked man robs meat market wearing nothing but a face mask. And man charged after posing as Homeland Security officer using his wife's marked car.
I don't get the marked car.
Yeah, she's a Homeland Security officer.
Oh. I'm going to say that's Jersey, because that feels way naked with a
It's a very Florida thing to do.
Yeah, naked with a mask on. Yeah, it's just it's too cold if I could be naked in New Jersey.
That is true. Absolutely correct. The naked man went into the meat market. Lake City. This was Kobe Watkins. Went in.
Lake City is where I-75 and I-10 hit.
Well, it also hit about 75 inches of cack. Based since we're just ripping the stereotypes this week. Naked man grabbed money from a cash box in the store and fled. Cops say Watkins was unclothed, but not unarmed. They said he had what they believe to be a weapon in a cloth. I don't know, maybe it was a loincloth. And then, of course, Jersey guy who took his wife's vehicle. This was in Washington Township. An officer was dispatched to a Strand Avenue home after a caller reported that the door had been left open. Officers later learned the caller was the same man. They met the responding officer at the scene. Nicholas Cabral, who lives nearby, claimed he was a home security officer. He was in a marked police car with lights on it. It was lettered Homeland Security, Federal Police, said Washington Township Police Chief Patrick Gersick. It wasn't until they cleared the call that our officers believed there was something suspicious about him.
JCW Lunacy. New episodes every Thursday night at 7 p.m. on YouTube. For over 25 years, JCW has delivered the very best in pro wrestling entertainment, bringing fans deep storytelling drama, gut-busting comedy, and unbelievable in-ring action. From wild characters to unforgettable rivalries, don't miss a single moment. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. on YouTube. JCW Lunacy.
All right, back with Kliq This, the Kevin Nash podcast, and I am so thankful to not be wearing the bulky headphones anymore that I used to for this show, and that's because of my friends at RAYCON. Their regular earbuds block everything out. Their regular earbuds do not block everything out like your typical ones. Where you can't hear anyone calling your name. What about you can't hear a car honking if you're walking down the street, for Christ's sake? But these that I love, I am getting the direct delivery of this show through Bluetooth in my head, but I hear myself very clearly. I always used to leave one ear when I used to use the big headphones. Even when I would do voice work, I'd leave one earpiece off so that I could hear the room, so I could hear myself in the room. But I don't have to do that with these, and that's the beauty of RAYCON. Okay, they sit just outside the ear canal, so you get really clear sound, but you can hear what's happening around you. They're super light. They have these ones too. Maybe I'll wear these next week that hook around the ear, and I've worn these outside. When I was shoveling snow last week, unfortunately, I popped these in to listen to some audiobook action while I was doing that, and they don't fall out. They're not uncomfortable. They're super comfortable. I can leave these in for the entire show. I love the RAYCON. They have over 3 million customers. The sound quality is just as good as the super expensive brands. They're half the price because they're not busy paying for celebrity endorsements and all that bullshit and all the retail markup. If you don't like them, guys, 30-day money-back guarantee. So some features, some choices you have. You have the open ear design for breathable fit, comfort and safety, and immersive audio. You can have the multi-angular hook, the rotating ear hook, which ensures a secure, personalized fit. They're lightweight, multi-point connection, and I actually have these connected to multiple Bluetooth devices in the house. When I'm on the air here on the show, they come on. When they're not, they are hooked to my phone, and I could use them on the phone. Guys, go get yours. Okay, I love them. You will too, I promise. The Essential Open Earbuds are here. They're selling fast. RAYCON audio products are up to 20% off. So go to buyraycon.com/KliqOpen, KLIQOPEN, Kliq Open, to save on RAYCON audio products site-wide. Thank you, RAYCON. Thank you for helping me do the show better. I don't know how many products I can thank for that. Thank you for helping me do better show, Baba. I'll use
my wife thanks you for both pair.
Yeah. You got to get the fucking mail is the problem. You got to get down there before her.
Yeah. I not on my to-do list.
All right, guys.
I just was listening to you say that you were fucking listening to an audio book while you shoveled the fucking snow. And I was just like, oh, fuck.
Right. Two assignments that you don't want that day. Right?
No, I mean, no, but it's one of those things like I saw something the other day. I don't know if it was Michigan or it was like but if you don't shovel your walk in like a 12-hour period, you get fined.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a homeowner thing. I was thinking like, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like
I could be ticketed if my property isn't properly shoveled, the driveways.
I remember that when I was a kid,
walkway.
that the postman wouldn't deliver your mail if your fucking little walkway in the stoop wasn't fucking
right. Just toss the fucking shit right on your.
Oh, he wouldn't bring it.
Oh, he won't bring it at all.
No, he just
Yeah, no, I had a fucking shovel. I can't. 53. I can't do this anymore. Nobody comes to my. Usually, somebody will come to my house and offer to shovel.
You don't have a snowblower, or you don't get enough snow.
I get enough snow for it to be worth it.
See, we still get it up in Michigan where people have snow blowers.
But the last storm, when we got the 7 inches or whatever last week, some industrious, entrepreneurial teenager went and dropped a flyer in everybody's mailbox with his phone number. He said he'll do snow removal, and it hadn't even started snowing yet, but because it was in the news, he dropped it in my mailbox. So I got Phil out there with his homie.
What's he charged to fucking shovel your shit?
It's amazing. He did my porch, steps down, walkway out to the sidewalk. My house is recessed a little bit, so walkway out to the sidewalk. Walkway in front of sidewalk in front of my property.
Right.
and the driveway. I told them not to touch the cars, but the driveway behind my cars so that I could back out. $30. 7 more if I wanted rock salt. I didn't like his rock salt, so I used my
pound rock salt up your ass, Phil.
Exactly, pound some salt. All right, Steve, who is in need of an answer from Kevin Nash? Not an easy thing to get in this world, but when you're part of this show, you can.
I just have to before we start. I checked when you were doing that last ad. I was checking my messages. My wife's like, because we both this New Year's DeSantis in Florida has basically allowed you to shoot artillery shells on New Year's Eve, and it was so fucking cold for Florida. It was like feels like 22, like New Year's Eve, that people kind of went out, probably drunk with a T-shirt on, and fired off like 3, and then said "fuck this" and went in.
Went back.
My wife said that all the artillery that was left in their house tonight, because it's nice out. It was like 62 degrees when I came down here. She said they're nonstop, and if you got a dog, man, it's like fucking torture.
Yeah.
And we have this stuff called Bach Remedy. It's like a Valium for a dog. You spray it in its mouth. But she said, like, by the time that this, and I'm talking about you can people shoot commercial grade fireworks down here. So it's like, boom. Like, it sounds like somebody's.
Why? What the fuck? Why? What is it?
Because it's Florida.
These fireworks are so different than all the other fucking fireworks you've seen since you're
Dude, these are fucking, when they set these things off, they do it over the ocean, and it's like you're thinking they're coming from I'm like, who the fuck? I don't get it.
This is amusing to people.
I guess.
Yeah, they're clearly not going to show up on Shark Tank with the next invention.
And I'm sitting there in my house with an AR going, man, I just wish I could just fucking spray a couple of clips down that way.
If it's a Venezuelan ship, you can.
You
apparently have implicit permission.
One thing I will not stand for, I will not stand for somebody to fucking put cocaine that's destined to fucking Europe anywhere around me.
That's right.
I will bomb the fuck out of you. Because you never, if you don't bomb that cocaine, it turns to fentanyl. People don't know that. See,
right?
I'm Florida guy. I know that.
All right. Moose Fitzgerald, anyone see Kev's tweet about Goldust and Dustin's reply? Hilarious.
I swear to God, when I saw that, I was just like, it was Madonna dancing.
Oh, dancing, doing the dance? Yeah.
She was dancing and it looked like when Dustin used to do Goldust.
What did he reply?
I said, fuck, for a minute I thought that was Goldust. He said, I'm sexier than that. And I said, my response to Dustin was, no argument here. Like, fuck yeah, man. Like, wow, she's, God bless Madonna. She's a Michigan girl, so I won't bury her, but God bless her.
No, I prefer to keep the Madonna in my head that I have in my head.
Yeah, like a virgin Madonna.
The 80s, yeah. All right. Thank you, Moose. Jen Vargo, hey, Jen, I have decided to embrace the Nash philosophy of not giving unnecessary fucks in 2026.
No, you can't.
I think should be a universal thing, Jen. You got to free yourself up to do it. Got to deal with the blowback if it happens, but man, so much more space in your head if you can. So give us some stories over the next couple of weeks, Jen. Tell me who you set straight. Ivan's True Family Stories. You cut a promo against Punk calling him a short order cook. That show was here in San Diego. I took my ex-stepdaughter. Her reaction to having floor seats was priceless. This was in 2011.
Okay.
So, okay, 2011. Thank you, Ivan.
So 2011, that makes me 55 years old.
Yeah. Ace Ramon, have you seen William Regal's tweet about warning modern wrestlers to work safer and stop taking unnecessary bumps to avoid neck injuries? Kenny Omega agreed. Jeff Jarrett's take was weird. All right, I didn't see Jeff's, but I know that
I
also
saw
Arn.
Arn started, and I echoed Arn saying, "Fuck yeah, man."
Yeah. Understandable. Can still get it done without having a.
Well, I mean, the beauty of this business is it's supposed to be a fucking work.
Man.
You know, you're supposed to go to the ring, and when you leave the ring 17 minutes later, you're supposed to be in the exact same shape. That's the art of it.
Yeah.
If you're in a fucking neck board with the fucking medics around you, you have failed.
All those masked wrestlers. I'm thinking like stuntmen, like that whole union, the protections and precautions. Stuntmen, they do very dangerous things, and stunt women, I should say, stunt people, stunt performers. They do very dangerous things. Live shows, filmed shows, and there's no similar emphasis on that kind of safety, seemingly, in wrestling. You're trained, you're shown how to do things correctly, but I guess it's impossible to, right? You're doing a 30-minute match, two of you in the ring. You gonna do arm bars? What are you gonna do?
I mean, but if it's a spot that you're both on the top rope, and it takes you guys 11 minutes to fucking
set up.
Yeah, to like, really? You know? That's like having a premonition that you're going to get in an auto wreck in a half hour, and you just say, you know what, you go to leave your house, and you just go back in the house and put the keys on the fucking kitchen table and fucking go watch TV. It's like, come on, it's 11 minutes, you're on top of the top turnbuckle, and you're expecting at some point to get a fucking response? They respond out like, Jesus, well, about fucking time. I mean, I see some of the shit that, I mean, it's just like they just throw each other on their heads.
Well, I mean, there's a whole discussion. You know, the responsibility for that, I guess it would be different for different moves, right?
Well, I think it's, number one, it's like, I always know that, I mean, thank God I was big, but like, you weren't just going to fucking do shit to me. You know, like, fuck no, I ain't doing that. There's no reason to. Well, how am I going to get you off your feet? Throw a working punch, a flat back. Like, fuck that, man.
Along those lines, Kev, I just saw this. ChatGPT was asked how to live to 140 years old. You know the number one major determinant of lifespan?
Don't work for AEW?
No. Chronic stress.
I might fucking hit 100.
Just keep your phone off tomorrow at 8.
But you know what though? Once I have that moment, then it's just like, all right, I'm up. That's the whole thing. You can't dwell. You know, you just
gotta get up and roll. You just gotta get up and start moving.
And you can't sell. It's just like, man, people want to see you sell. You can't. Don't sell shit.
The universe wants to see you sell.
Yeah,
Kev. You
it's
can't
sell
sell
like
for the
fu-
fucking
no,
universe.
you can't sell for the universe, man. Who'd they ever
Next.
beat?
Ian Drew Dice Clay, the movie Ready to Rumble's contract pitch was leaked from 2000 recently. It states DDP was offered $100,000 less than you and that you were no longer required. Did you turn it down?
I turned it down when it was offered to me the first time. Like they came to me as the choice,
Right.
and I told them how much I wanted, and it was astronomical. And then they came back with another offer, and it was so the difference was you could do Ready to Rumble and make, say a couple $100,000, or you could not do Ready to Rumble and just do Nitros. Over the course of like 12 weeks, I'm thinking, fuck, man, I'll go home.
Right. Of course. Of course you did.
Like I'd already done.
Speaking of
I
going home.
already did Sabrina that year, so I already qualified for my SAG. So
You had your SAG insurance.
Yeah, that was good.
Britt says, any thoughts on the WWE media being taken off podcasts? Some of it is on Netflix. How do you think the product will be once it's sold to Saudi? Seems like we're heading that way, I fear.
Nah.
So first, okay, so some stuff, I did see some tweets that some stuff was off, is disappearing off Peacock. Is all of it gone? Or is it just select older stuff?
I saw Netflix had like WrestleMania, Royal Rumbles, or they had like whole sections of
Little categories that are
pay-per-views that you could,
Yeah.
It's like, and I think they had like rivalries. They had, what was like the documentary series on Legends or whatever.
right.
Like all that shit's on Netflix now. So
There it is. So yeah, so what is it? So there's some. Oh, so if you search for WrestleMania, so this is a search for WrestleMania.
So if you search for WrestleMania, it shows you WWE Evil, which is something Peacock produced, SmackDown, which Peacock gets the VOD, and then Saturday Night's Main Event, which is the only thing Peacock gets.
Right. So this is it for Peacock.
Yeah,
right
the
now.
back catalog has left Peacock completely. So if you look Royal Rumble, so Halloween Havoc, but it's the NXT Halloween Havoc.
Right.
If you search Royal Rumble, it's Halloween Havoc and then Young Rock. So
Yeah,
a
wow.
lot of the
Okay,
big
so it's
stuff
off.
went to Netflix, but a lot of it isn't. And people are curious where it's going to go. I think it'll be YouTube. It'll be YouTube under the WWE Vault. I wonder where they got that name.
Right. Maybe the KC Vault. I don't know. Kliq This is a production of Butch and Sundance Media, produced in association with Podcast Heat. Created by Tristan Nash, Kevin Nash, and Sean Oliver. Producer Steve Kaufman. Graphics by Dominic D'Angelo. Title sequence and audio edit by Wesley Burleson. Theme song by Dale Oliver. Technical research by Tristan Nash. Copyright 2026. Butch and Sundance Media. Kev, do you want to do another one?
if I don't blow somebody's brains out, blowing off fireworks when I get home tonight.
Let us free to fade away into eternity. A circle age, you've come to love me. service never answers a thing. Let us free to breathe in air we're supposed to breathe. Twists and turns, you've come to love me. Now I'm cold, I'm frozen. Baby, we're broken, and the customer service never answers a thing. Yeah, the customer service never